So I'm going to be suing YouTube. And if anybody from YouTube is watching this, get ready. I'm in current contact with a few different attorneys, seeing which one will take it. Especially after Trump sued and won like 20 some odd $million. I figure I can get a few $1,000,000 as well for violating my freedom of speech rights, getting me on medical malpractice or medical misinformation and denial of the 2020 election, taking away my First Amendment when I wasn't doing anything violating their own TOS. So that's something in the works. Looking forward to that. Probably take a long time. It's going to be a long road, but it's going to be worth it. They have this pilot program that you can, try to get your channel back, and I haven't even done that yet. I have it open to where I could type in something and say, oh, please, Mr. YouTube, please give me my channel back. But I'm going to wait on that. Very upset about it. On lighter news, we are still trying to get a home here in Indiana. And I have decided that we're going to be looking into Amish homes for sale. They don't have any running water and they don't have any electricity. However, I know how to hook up solar panels, and at least the one we're going to go look at here pretty soon has at least power to the road. So getting power to the house would not be that difficult. I'll have to, spend a little bit of money on an electrician and make sure everything's wired up correct, and then go with Starlink for the wife's job. But I think an Amish farm and an Amish-made home is exactly where I want to be right now. With everything going on in the world, I don't know what you guys watch on the news or what you pay attention to or not, but at least for me, every time I look, I'm like, man, we're getting closer and closer to all those things we used to talk about on the Dragon years ago. Didn't go exactly how I thought it would. People fighting the government is a different group of people than I thought it would be. But I guess that's what happens when certain people get in power. There's a lot of pissed off people around this world. Just the sheer inhumanity that I saw on one side celebrating the death of somebody who was just trying to talk. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Never was a big follower of him, but I had seen him before. And yeah, the way this country is going right now, the way the world's going, I'm reading my Bible every day, trying to get closer to God every day, and going back to, being brought up in the church back when I was a kid. I can definitely see that we are near end times, in my opinion, and it's only going to get worse. So plan for whatever you need to plan for. Definitely get right with God. That's my suggestion anyway. And make sure you know where everything is. You have plans for each scenario that you might think might come to pass in your area. What happens if? That should be your question to yourself constantly. At least it is for me. I'm going to be getting a new piece of equipment pretty soon. I'm very happy about it. I won't say what it is, but let's just say I'm about to up my game a little bit. I'm excited about that. Also, one thing I wanted to bring up, a few of you might know this. I'll tell this story from the beginning. When we lived in Phoenix, and I was very, very broke, I wanted a Glock 30. The Glock 30 SF to be exact, because I have smaller hands, and so I didn't want the large frame Glock 30. But they didn't have the Glock 30 SF, they only had the Glock 30, and I had to save up for it. It took me probably like a month to save up for this pistol. When I finally did get enough for the pistol, I didn't have enough for the ammunition. So I had to wait another 2 weeks, because we were being paid bi-weekly. I had to wait another 2 weeks before I could get a box of ammunition. At the time, I had a Mustang convertible, and living in Phoenix, the only place to really go shoot is out in the desert. So we drive out into the desert. It's a nice day, top is down, right? We're out there shooting in the desert, and when we're done with one firearm, we'll put it on the back of the car, and then at the end of it, we're going to load it all up. Well, night starts coming on us. It starts to get a little bit cold, so we packing everything up, put the top up, drive home. Realize the Glock 30 that I just bought, the whole reason we went out there, is not with us. No idea where it is. And then I kind of get this idea, maybe when I was done shooting it, I might have put it on top of the collapsed top for the Mustang. And when I put the top up on the Mustang, it must have fallen off out in the middle of the desert. So, thinking this, at that moment, we turned right around and drove all the way back out there. That's an 1.5-hour drive to get back out there. By this time, it's like 10 o'clock at night. We got flashlights. We think we're in the area that we were shooting. We're looking. We looked for about 2 hours. Couldn't find it. In the morning, we went back out there again and searched and could not find it. And then I had to call the police to report a missing firearm. Gave him the serial number, the whole bit. The guy then, the sheriff, then proceeds to lecture me on how I was going to be the reason why liberals are going to win. Maybe that's why we had Biden. I have no idea. It's all my fault. Yeah, that stunk. That really stunk. I eventually did get another Glock 30. This time it was an SF. But I'd lost that firearm. That was, I want to say, in 2012. Earlier this year, I get a letter in the mail from the Maricopa Sheriff Department. I'm like, oh crap, what did I do? What am I in trouble for? It says, we found your gun. Please give us a call. And I'm like, okay. I wonder if this is like one of those traps, you know, get me in there with the promise of that and all that. But I remembered the serial number, you know, and everything. And so I give them a call. I called them up. I'm like, hey, I got this letter. That wouldn't so happen to be a Glock 30, would it? Like, it sure is. This is the serial number. We have it here in lockup for you. I'm like, well, I'm not really in the state right now. I'm a snowbird, right? So I won't be there until the fall. And he's like, that's fine. Not a problem. We'll just keep it here for you. You can just come and pick it up whenever you come back to AZ. Me and Nugs are planning that trip to AZ come the end of November. And I am very excited to see this Glock 30 and what condition it might be in. I didn't ask a lot of questions on the phone because I was just I wasn't really thinking. And I'm sure he didn't really want to spend a whole bunch of time on the phone talking to just some random guy who lost his firearm all them years back. So when I go down there and I pick it up, if that's indeed available to pick up and I'm not getting honey trapped or some shit like that, I'll definitely make some videos on it. That'll be, if it was out in the desert for over a decade and still, you know, it still functions, I'm gonna be very excited about that. I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys will look forward to that as well, because I'll definitely have to post some videos of it, of me getting it. I might actually ask him if I can film it, of me going in there and getting it, things like that, because when I get it, we definitely gonna have to go test shoot it out in the desert. And this time, I ain't gonna leave it this time. But those are some of the things that have been going on in my life. Another thing is that me and Nugs are going to be starting up a podcast. Nugs has a website I encourage y'all to go look at. It's called truthnugs.org. It might change to .com. I'm not exactly sure on that. We got to talk about that more, but decided that we want to do a podcast. I actually stream on Twitch. I have a Shure SM7B microphone. I need to get a better camera. I need to get another microphone, and I need to get a better mixer. because the mixer I have right now only allows one GoXR cable in it at a time. So definitely got to get a couple more pieces of equipment to make that a reality. But we're hoping to do Truth Nugs podcast soon. We're getting branding started up and the whole bit. That's going to be a religious-based podcast where we're just going to use the Bible. And we're going to do basic Bible studies on this podcast on certain topics that might affect us today, especially in this world where there's a lot of hate, yet we're supposed to love our enemies. And as somebody who is trying to do better, I have found that to be difficult. Hope you all are doing well. I'm praying for everybody who needs prayers. Prayers for Mule and his whole family. Well, until I see you next time, make sure to keep that family close. Watch out for that government and live free. Peace.